Hello, hello, and welcome. Hope you're doing good today. It is Tuesday, the 31st, the last day of January. We made it to the end of the month. Can you believe it? There's so much going on still. So I'm going to share this into our group, give you guys a minute to get here. Lots going on. Oh my God. Still lots going on. And some really good things, some challenges, lots of people going through it right now. So I thought I'd jump on and just share some things that have been coming up, some truths about healing that most people don't realize or they don't know. I was sharing with a client earlier some things and give you guys some updates on different stuff too. So say hello when you get here. I'm going to share this into our Burning Gold group. Here y'all come. Hello, hello, hello. Are you ready? You ready to be educated? Let's get some education going on. Some truths. I've shared with you guys briefly some of the stuff that I've been helping a client with biomagnetism and health coaching. You know, not just biomagnetism, but literally just helping her reboot her body. She's been chronically ill, severely ill for years now, and came and started doing the biomagnets with me, and we're rebooting her body. For those of you who don't know this about me, I have healed leukemia and colon cancer naturally. I have been doing healing work using the QXCI machine that I no longer really use because it won't update. I changed and now doing biomags because I can do those anywhere at any time. I don't need electricity. The long distance sessions seem to be way more powerful than the machine was. And while it's more work on my part, because I don't just push buttons on my computer to scan the entire body and emotions and stuff, I've got to do it by hand with a form of muscle testing. The energy transfers over to the client. Like they can feel everything that's going on. My client has been able to feel literally every pair of magnets that I put on. She can feel it. And not just her. I mean, I have other clients, but we are going to share with you guys, like I am going to do at some point when we're on the other side of a lot of this and she's got her energy back. We are going to share this journey. I've been keeping copious notes of everything that's been happening through this whole journey of healing. And it's not just physical healing. I mean, yes, that's what she came for, but we're tackling it from all areas: mental, emotional, physical, and then even on the spiritual realm. And when you're sick and you hit bottom, I mean, on Saturday, she thought she was dying. Her body, she thought, this is it. I'm dying, you know. So I can't wait to bring her story forward to inspire you, to educate you. But I'm going to share some things that I've shared before, long time ago, and I don't think I say it enough for you guys to really understand. Because I just got off a call with another client of mine, and you know, we were talking about how the liver is the seat of emotions. And I really want to dive into that with you guys from a physical standpoint, but an emotional and mental standpoint. When we are stressed, when we hold on to, you know, we go through a traumatic event, we go through some hurtful thing, those emotions, if we don't properly process them and heal them, will store in our bodies. Guess where it stores? Your liver. Guess what your liver is? It's the seat of all emotion. You know, when someone's angry, a lot of times their liver's toxic, right? And we don't want to think that our physical health and our emotional, mental health is tied together. It's all tied together. You guys know this. This is why I do everything that I do holistically, right? We treat the whole body, the whole mind, the emotions, the spiritual. It's all tied together. Say yes if you believe me. Say no if you don't. Like, I'm not here to sell you guys anything. I'm here to help you understand what is happening within you on multiple levels that gets you feeling like crap, that gets you stuck in a place where physically you can't move and physically you feel toxic, on top of emotionally and mentally you're depressed and you're anxious and all the stuff. I work with a lot of high achievers in the coaching realm of things to help them achieve their goals without all the stress. And one of the things that I see with high achievers, high achievers believe that insomnia, stress, anxiety, it's all just part of being a high achiever. It's not. That's a lie. I just created this whole video series, which I will be releasing here in the next couple of days. Short videos, like 4 to 7 minute videos, but there's 8 of them that tackles it from different standpoints so that you can understand more how to achieve your goals without all the stress, without all the overwhelm and all the things that you think, the loneliness, all the things you think that you have to do in order to be successful without having to sacrifice your health. You can all share this. Yes, absolutely. Marguerite is asking, can I share this? Yeah, absolutely. People do need to know. So let's go back to it. and I'm gonna try my best to keep this as orderly as possible, but my ADD can get the best of me and I can go all over the place, but Spirit's talking too. So the liver is the seat of all emotion. It holds emotion. But here's the other thing the liver does. Okay. The liver processes everything that goes into your mouth. The liver processes everything that goes in through your nose, into your lungs, everything you breathe in, right? Any allergen. Hi, Sarah in Ireland. Ooh, Ireland. I want to go to Ireland. Hi, Lola, Darlene. The liver processes it. People don't seem to understand this fact either. Your lungs are tied to your liver. If your liver starts to struggle, it gets sluggish, it gets congested, you're putting in too many processed foods, too many meat products, too much sugar, right? Your liver will become sluggish. Now, this is true about America. Like we were just talking about this, me and my client, like America, USA, go USA, has the worst dietary habits, stress patterns in the entire world. And there are other countries that are not far behind, but we have the worst problems with obesity. Our anxiety, our depression levels are higher. And guess what else? We are on more pharmaceuticals than almost any other country. And those pharmaceuticals are more expensive in America. So all my American friends, love ya. But guess what? Pay attention to what I'm saying. Because if you don't want to end up like my client who has been so severely ill, we've had to really go slow with this and strip it away. She's getting more results now than she did years at the doctor and even a naturopath. Your lungs are tied to your liver. So when you inhale something, be it mold, be it an allergen, be it a chemical, your liver has to process that too. Your liver holds on to the emotional stress, the emotions. This is why when our bodies are toxic and you start to heal, any of you who've ever done a cleanse, and I've put plenty of juice cleanses and smoothie cleanse challenges up on this page for years now. Anytime you start to heal the liver, you go into this really emotional place when your liver starts to dump everything and you start to feel toxic. Tell me yes if you've been through this. You start to cleanse, and then all of a sudden you hit a day where you're so sad and you feel so emotional and you cannot stop crying or you can't stop being angry. Everything triggers you. It's actually not a bad sign. It's a good sign. It means your body's healing. It means your body's releasing old emotions. Hi, Pahoa. And it's an absolute necessity in your healing journey to go through and process those emotions that you didn't process before. Instead, you held on to them in your body, in your cells, in your tissues, and mostly in your liver. So when y'all go through these cleanses, when you go through things and you're working with someone like me who works in a holistic way, and you're like, I want to get to the next level. I'm struggling on all levels, physically, emotionally, in my relationships, my finances. And you come work with me and I tell you, okay, we're going to go at this from every direction. Mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, so that you can actually get what you want in a balanced way. Be ready, right? Hi, Jules. Hi, Leanne. Hi, Pahoa. Everybody's here. It's good to see you guys. Feel free to share this. So, knowing that your liver is the seat of all emotion, understand that the liver is also what processes your food, what you breathe, and all of your blood is filtered through your liver. People always think lymphatics for some reason. Lymphatic is a backup for your liver, your main detoxification, energy using organ in your body. The most important part, besides your heart, that supplies the energy and blood for the heart, is your liver. Super important to put good things into your body, to think good thoughts. Hello, Vicky. Nice to see you. And to be supportive of what goes into your body, because your liver is going to be processing all of it. Now, I'm saying this because, like my client, like I said, we've been working through many symptoms, health issues that she didn't know were all tied together. Literally, numbness in the face, numbness in the legs, pain in the sciatic, pain in the stomach, right? Vertigo, all these things. Do you guys know what caused all of it? Viruses loose in the body that the liver could not handle. When you get sick, when you have a virus, any bacteria, any pathogen, guess what organ in your body has to filter and release the vitamins, the enzymes, the hormones, and clean the blood enough to tackle that virus, that pathogen, that bacteria, that fungus? The liver. It's your liver. Your liver is your best friend. Your liver can also be your worst enemy if it's bringing you pain. But it should always be looked upon as your life force energy, because the liver kidneys, it's not the kidneys. The kidneys will shut down if a load is put on them because the liver can't process. My dad is in, and has been for almost 2 years, stage 3 renal failure, which is kidneys. Guess what we've treated and worked on in order for his kidneys to stabilize and get better? Not the kidneys, the liver. Why? Because when the liver can't do its job, the kidneys have to pick up the slack. So does your lymphatic system, has to pick up the slack. Hi, Lisa. It all starts in your liver. If your liver is healthy, the liver's doing most of the detoxification of all the stuff you put in your body. It's using up the energy and the food you put in your body and passing through different things in the liquids on now to the kidneys. But it all runs through your liver. It's one big fat sponge and filter for your bloodstream, for the hydration that goes into your cells, for the water, for the different fluids you take in, but also the food. Before it goes anywhere else, it goes through the liver. So your liver's messed up. You have viruses. You have, SARS-CoV-2. You have the flu. You have chronic fatigue. Whatever you got, how well you get and how long you stay well is dependent upon how healthy your liver is and what you're putting into it, how well it can do its job. The liver is responsible for your immune system as well. And when the liver backs up, you can get neurological issues, right? When there are viruses like Epstein-Barr, which loves to hide in the head, but it hides in the liver. It hides in different reservoirs within the body. Guess what? That starts to affect your neurological functionings. You can get panic attacks. Most people don't realize this. A lot of the PMS and PMDD, PCOS, they've been diagnosed with all these things. Those things are because the body can't handle processing it. The liver can't handle it. Then you get put on all these medications that don't do crap but mask the symptoms. Meanwhile, making your liver more and more sluggish. I screwed that one up. More and more sluggish. So now you're just masking symptoms, but nothing's getting better. Your depression gets worse. Your anxiety gets worse. Now your stomach hurts. Now, you can't process food properly. Either you have constipation, you have diarrhea, you have both, but nothing's normal. Liver. Okay. If you're wanting to clear old emotions, old traumas, you're wanting to get beyond your stuck points, we have to work on your body. This is why I went fully back into healing again, because Spirit told me people are so sick right now and they're getting sicker and they're going to the doctors. Some of you who have chronic illness have already experienced this. The doctors are acting like it's all in your head. There's nothing wrong with you. We can't find anything wrong with you. Why can't they? Because their tests, their scans, their procedures are not looking for the right things in the right places. It's limited. Science is not caught up with the things that have been taught in the Kabbalah forever. The Kabbalah had it right. If you go to the healing book, the Pinchas in the Kabbalah, I think it's the 21st and 22nd volumes of the Kabbalah, talks about all of this. All of this. So, understand when other people are going through it too, it's because their bodies are toxic. I know many people severely suffering from panic attacks and anxiety, and they would never think it has to do with their liver. Epstein-Barr virus is in 95% of the population. It's contagious. It's what causes mono. But that's not all it causes. Most people don't understand later stage Epstein-Barr attacks your medulla oblongata. Okay, it attacks your brain stem. Then it moves into different parts of the brain. Viruses love, people don't know this either. Viruses love to hide in the neck, the brain, and the head. Y'all know when you get the flu, you get stuffy, right? All of you know this. Like you get your sinuses, you inflame, then you get congestion, you get mucus. What is mucus? And I'll share something about mucus most people don't know. Mucus is your body's inflammation response to isolate the pathogen. So you sniff some contagious virus, the body moves into action, you get congested, it wraps it into mucus. Unfortunately, then it grows and spreads too. You get more stuff until finally your bloodstream, your liver can process that virus, send out all of the antibodies, kill it, and then all of a sudden the congestion goes away. It's not magic, people. This is why. But here's another place your body produces mucus. For those of you with GI symptoms, you have had gallbladder problems, you've had digestive problems, you've had diarrhea, constipation, all the things. Sluggish liver, how and why? Your body, again, releases mucus, not just in your sinus membranes. It will also release it into your digestive tract. Your digestive tract, everybody's, is full of pathogens, viruses, bacteria. Some of the bacteria is good bacteria. We want to keep all of it. We don't want to take a bunch of antibiotics and kill off the good bacteria. But when we take antibiotics, it kills off all the bacteria, and then we get imbalances. Then we get candida. Why? Because viruses in the body, in the intestinal tract, lowered immune response creates an environment where the funguses can grow. That's why then you take the antibiotics, suppresses all of the good bacteria, and now you have candida right after you've taken antibiotics. There are natural ways to heal all of this. It takes more time than popping a pill, but you're not getting the side effects. A client that I've been working with, we've gotten her off of all of the freaking pharmaceuticals, the steroids, the we've gotten rid of reflux. She was on reflux medication. She was on Miralax that they told her just take it 3 times a day. Miralax you're not even supposed to stay on for longer than a week. And the doctor prescribed it. The doctor prescribed it to my dad too, and I threw that crap in the trash. Literally, I'm like, don't you dare take that. Let's just do some cleansing. Let's make some juices. Celery juice is amazing. And if you can't juice celery, go onto my website, click on biomagnetism, scroll down on the page, go click on the link that says my recommended supplements. They're all on Amazon and you can take it. Your body needs zinc. Liquid zinc is the easiest form. There's a link for that. Your body needs more B12. The liver produces B12. It generates. It's a factory that makes B12, but we're deficient. Why? Because our food is deficient. You can take liquid B12. Zinc if you've got viruses. All right. All kinds of different stuff you can do to help yourself. We want to detoxify the liver. We want to help the liver. But when you have a bunch of stuff going on in your body, maybe your symptoms disappear when it comes to like a virus, a flu, SARS-CoV-2, CVID. Like, I don't want to say certain things because I don't want to be shadow banned. In any case, when that happens in your intestinal tract, your body, your liver produces mucus. And that mucus can actually stick to the colon wall. And that mucus can create what's called mucus plugs. And that can cause constipation. So some of you are like, why do I have constipation? I have diarrhea, now I have constipation. Because you got some virus going on in there and you got mucus clogging it up. Think about how long your intestines are. Think about how long your ascending, descending colon is. Your body did it to protect itself and to isolate the viruses, but you get enough of that stuff in your body, now you cannot go to the bathroom. Just the way it is. Eye-opening, got diagnosed with slightly fatty liver. I get anxiety. I'm telling you guys. I have a girl that I've been helping. She was diagnosed with PMDD, right? Which is tied to that time of the month. She was getting severe, irrational thoughts, suicidal thoughts, massive anxiety and phobia stuff, severe depression for the days leading up to her period and the first day or two of her period. And it happened right after she gave birth to her first child. Guess what? Epstein-Barr combined with strep. Epstein-Barr and strep, best friends. And when you have two viruses in your body, now you have a problem. It's two viruses that powerful. Even if the symptoms go away of the strep, still going to leave certain parts of the virus in your body hiding in the different reservoirs. And it waits for an opportunity. Epstein-Barr will hide in the female reproductive system. But the part that gives you the anxiety, the depression, that's the part that then makes its way to your brain. Okay. Epstein-Barr can cause neuralgia, it can cause neuropathy, cause all kinds of problems. It can cause symptoms like what people get with Alzheimer's, brain fog from chronic fatigue, right? It can cause so many, and your doctor's like, well, we don't know what to call it, so we're just going to call it autoimmune. Let's just call it autoimmune. Your body's attacking itself. Your body is not freaking attacking itself. Polycystic ovarian syndrome, PCOS, is one of the diagnoses that they give you, when in reality, PCOS is Epstein-Barr combined with another virus. That's all it is. Get rid of the viruses. Well, we can't treat Epstein-Barr. There's no cure for Epstein-Barr. Your body can actually fight it off, but it takes work. Once you get Epstein-Barr in your system and it's activated, it takes work. You add a little herpes, because Epstein-Barr is the herpes virus, right? It's from the herpes family. But so is chickenpox, which is also shingles. Epstein-Barr. So y'all think, well, no, I couldn't have Epstein-Barr. Do you have chickenpox when you were a kid? It's a form of herpes. It's contagious and airborne. 95% of the population, go look on the CDC website if you're in the US, have Epstein-Barr. But science hasn't researched it, and doctors don't realize it's the cause of most chronic disease and illness. And where does it attack? The liver. And it messes your whole GI tract up. It attacks your brain, messes with your brain fog. Lyme disease, they usually go after one or two of the infections that create Lyme disease. When you get bit by a tick, mosquitoes can also carry Lyme disease. Another little truth bomb for y'all. Mosquitoes can too. They can carry malaria. People think in the US we don't have, and Canada, we don't have malaria. Want to bet? Want to bet? There are people that travel the world all over, go to India, come back from Africa, get stung by a flipping mosquito, bring it back. Mosquito bites you again, takes that pathogen. And how do you think diseases spread? It's here in the US and Canada as well. It's in Europe. It's all over the world. We travel everywhere. It's everywhere. TB is one of the things that keeps showing up in people's scans too when I do the biomagnets. This is turning more into health than mental, emotional, but they are all tied together. This is why I'm telling you guys, like, if you want to heal, a lot of times you'll be like, I just want to cure the anxiety. No, you need to find out what's causing it. Sometimes anxiety is simply that you are ignoring your body alarms, that you're doing the wrong thing, thinking the wrong thing, involved in the wrong thing. Sometimes that's all it is. And you just keep turning that alarm off, hitting snooze on it until finally snooze doesn't work and it's become a part of who you are. And then if you still ignore it and you don't find out what's causing it, it will continue. But sometimes anxiety actually, and these panic attacks and these irrational fears and this depression that they keep throwing medication at, is not simply, your brain's not working, your hormones aren't releasing. It started in your body, in your liver. Your liver got toxic. It couldn't process all the viruses. You got these viruses in your body, take care of them. And all of a sudden, miraculously, the emotions start to ease. The depression starts to ease. I did a session with the one girl one night, and it ramped up really fast because, she was on her period. And it, like, irrational frustration, anger, right? And we'd already been working with the magnets on things. In fact, she's training up in the magnets because she sees the power in it. But one session brought it all back down. Fear slowed down, anxiety slowed down, the depression slowed down, her body started to function. We're balancing out all of the body processes. And then, weird, all the mental stuff disappears. It's not rocket science, but they're not sharing this stuff with you. So I'm sharing it with you guys so you can be aware. You can go do it on your own. This isn't about come work with me. If you want to work with me, by all means, go read on my website about biomagnetism. If you've tried it all on your own, and I highly recommend, because just a few weeks ago, I got into the medical medium stuff and started reading all of his stuff. It's all the stuff I did to heal myself, but he wasn't around back then, or his books weren't around back then. But a couple people had told me about him, and then I found his, we'd been celery juicing. We found his book, but I never read it. My dad did. And Spirit had told us, do the celery juicing. It will help tremendously. We got my dad off of Mesrapol, off his anti acid pills, because those things are harsh on the stomach. Yeah, they solve the one problem, but they also tell your stomach to stop producing acid. They tell your liver to stop dropping so much of the acid and bile. It tears your stomach up. Long term, that stuff is bad. Go read the side effects if you're on medication. Of all your medications, every one of them has side effects. Every one of them. And, if you're like my client, the severely ill one, she became allergic to almost every antibiotic and every medication they were throwing at her, to where she had no choice but to try it differently. And she got in touch with me. So hopefully you're learning some things today that you didn't know before. You can go study up on the medical medium stuff. His understanding of how illness works, how the body works, how to clean up, clear up all the body functionings from thyroid, because Epstein-Barr is responsible for Hashimoto's. It's the cause. I am not about treating symptoms. I like when the symptoms disappear, but symptoms are just a roadmap to what is causing this. I go after the root cause. It's the only way to heal your body from all the diseases. Get to the root. What's causing it, right? It's the same way when I work with people emotionally and mentally. We can calm you down, but it's going to come back if we don't treat the cause, if we don't face the cause of why you do things the way you do, why you think the way you think, why you have all of these reactions. We got to treat the cause, face the very things, the shadows, right? This year, 2023, is all about face the shadows, time to grow, time to evolve. Humanity needs it. And the healthcare system is not answering questions. If you've been chronically ill, because they've put you through the ringer from one specialist to the next, and all they're doing is giving you medications and telling you you're going to have to live with it. No, you can cure your own diseases. And it isn't by putting more toxic chemicals into your body and masking symptoms. I am not against, and I don't want anyone to take this wrong, I am not against people taking anti-anxiety and antidepressant medication, right? There is a certain place and time for things like that. If you are suicidal, if you cannot even function, if you are having chest pains, by all means, take it and then heal your body, and then you'll get off of it. When I went through massive trauma with my daughter when she was 3 years old and was molested, my entire body shut down. And I was in such panic and such fight or flight. I had to take Ativan, and they put me on an antidepressant. And for a couple of years there, I stayed because it took that to keep me moving forward. When it all happened, I just wanted to die. It was so hard on me. And the shock to my system and the distrust that comes with all of that. At that time, the medication did help, but I didn't want to stay on it. So off and on for 2 years. Go on, come off. Face another thing, get triggered, still healing work to do. Go back on, a couple months, go back off. I have been like medication free for, God, how old am I? 56. That happened when I was 28. Since I was 30, the only medication that I take, kid you not, is Armour Thyroid, NP Thyroid, which is natural as it can get. It still comes from a pig, because they cut my thyroid when they did my disc replacement surgery in my neck. And so there's no way to regenerate my thyroid because it's not there. They cut it, gone. Didn't have any thyroid problems before that till I woke up from surgery. And in those cases, you got to do what you got to do. But even thyroiditis, hypothyroid, hyperthyroid, Hashimoto, that can be healed if you get the viruses that are damaging it to go away. I can go at length on the thyroid, but I'm not going to today. I really want you guys to understand what's happening on this planet. And a lot of it has to do with the food we're putting in our body. You go to the grocery store, look around. 3/4 of the aisles are filled with processed food, filled with meat. You've been told over and over again, oh, meat products are fine. It's healthy. That's how you get your protein. So here's another truth bomb I want to share with you. Where do you think the animals that you're eating, and I'm not against eating meat, I like my meat, but I also recognize no matter how organic it is, it's still poison in my body. Not like the body has a really hard time breaking down animal fat and proteins. Where we think that we're getting our protein from the actual meat of the animal. Guess what? The animals you're eating are vegetarians. Where do you think they're getting their protein? Someone asked me today, like, well, where do you get your protein if you're not eating meat? From the same place the cows get it. Plants, fruits and vegetables. That's where I'm getting my protein, because that's exactly where the cows and everyone else does. Like all the stuff we're eating, the fish, they're eating kelp and they're eating different things in the ocean. The cows, the pigs, the chickens, what do they eat? Plants. There are plenty enough protein. And if you don't believe me, think about this for a moment. Elephants are some of the largest animals on this planet, and they are vegetarian. Gorillas are the strongest, most buffed out, muscular creatures on this planet. Vegetarian. You think there's no protein in plants? There absolutely is. If I want to do a liver detox cleanse, is the medical medium a good source? Absolutely a good source. So his book, and he has several, but Liver Rescue is the book if you're wanting to do a straight up liver detox. Liver Rescue is the book that you should read. If you're doing a brain detox, he has a brain one. But look, the brain detox too. What are you detoxing? The liver. Like, seriously, you guys. Thyroid detox. What are you detoxing? The liver. So you can get all of his books, but the best one is Liver Rescue, because all of it goes through the liver. All of it does. His original book, the original one, where is it? Has a lot of information, but it doesn't have all the good recipes. This is his original book. It's been updated. Look at all my little tabbies on there. Those are my recipes. This one's good informationally. But the liver rescue one is got a really good eating plan. So does that one. Don't get me wrong. So does that one. But yeah. So what can biomags, what can the magnets help with? What does the magnets do? So let me answer that question, because someone said, well, if I can detox on my own, what do I need you for? You don't need me. But if you actually do have a viral load and your organs are not, like your liver is sluggish and toxic and your pH is not balanced in different parts of your body, really quick way to get it in balance, magnets. So I use his protocol for the eating and the supplements tied with the biomags. And some people, like my one client who is just, she's been through it. They took her gallbladder. I mean, when you have vertigo and it's 24/7, you have no choice, right? And then you get a biomag session and oh my God, the vertigo is starting to go away. Why do you think that is? I'm balancing, funny enough, points within the ear, inside and outside. And that's where EBV likes to hide. And also the occipital, the occipital and temporal occipital part of the brain, to get it out of the brain, because that's what causes vertigo. It causes nausea, right? So many symptoms, and the same stuff happens for people with Lyme. But the fatigue, if you're feeling massive fatigue and you're feeling sick, it's your liver. Clean up your liver. Like, clean it up before it's too late. When I had colon cancer and I pushed it, I got so sick my liver stopped working. The only reason I finally faced the tumor that was growing in my stomach for several years was because my liver stopped working. And my kidneys were next. Started to get kidney infections. And I'm like, ah, crap. Went to the doctor and she said, yeah, there's nothing we can do. We can't remove it surgically. We can do chemo. We can do radiation. And I said, no, let me go handle it. And it took months, like 6 months of it being a full-time job, taking care of my body and reversing the damage that had been done and killing the cancer. And then ultimately, after it was all dead, it was still, that mass was dead tissue. It was big. Had to get my uterus removed once I got it out of my abdomen and back into my uterus. My B12 blood serum test shows high without supplementation, thinking the liver's not processing B12. The liver actually creates B12. Go read up The Medical Medium, Anna. You'll understand more. Like the liver is the B12 creating factory. It processes it, makes it usable for the body. If it's not metabolizing the B12, then that's why. And like I said, the tests they do don't tell the full story. You can go through 10 tests and spend tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in all these tests. And for you, maybe it's not that much if you have insurance, but somebody's paying it. Why they're still telling us the stories they're telling us. If you guys want a good eye-opening movie to watch about what's in your food and the lies that you've been sold about dairy, about meat, go watch, what's it called? What the Health on Netflix. Most people have Netflix. What the Health. HEALTH. Hugely eye-opening, right? People with diabetes are told don't eat fruit, beware of fruit. That's a lie too. Your body can process natural fruit. It can. When the liver is working. The liver, when it can't process sugar, natural sugar, not processed, it can't process natural sugar. It's probably not processing much of anything. And then they put you on medication, which slows the liver down more and more. And now you're dependent upon medication. But what do they tell you to eat? Crap that's actually causing more problems for you and your liver, which shortens your lifespan. And you don't get quality of life either. The side effects of these medications are just horrific. So that's your educational TED Talk for today on health. Any questions? Been meaning to get to this one, this talk. If you caught me at the end, go back and watch the beginning, because you guys need to understand. I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to replace doctors. I love doctors. They saved my life when my neck went wonk. There's a time and place for doctors. You break a bone, go to the freaking doctor, have them realign it, right? You herniated disc and you need disc replacement because your legs are going numb, go to the doctor. You've got viral load, you've got toxicity, you've got all the other stuff. I want you to work on your liver, all right? Work on your body. Anyways, I got to go talk to a client. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. If you have any questions, you want to book a session, go to my website. If you want to know more about health and whatnot, just go read up on Biomag. There's a lot of information there, not just on biomagnetism, but on that page, there's a lot of information. All right. And then go pick up some medical medium books. He's got a podcast. He's got all kinds of stuff. I would love to work with him because his protocol and the stuff I do go hand in hand, like really good. There's some stuff I've added, like colon fiber. I use Dr. Natura's Colonics, which works amazing. He doesn't recommend stuff like that, but when you're chronic and you're already in constipation, your body's not pulling the toxins out, Colonix by Dr. Natura, Natura, and that's on my website too. Y'all can get it all on Amazon. We've been taking that stuff for 2 decades. It's healthy, it's natural, it's organic, it's safe. It will do wonders to help pull the toxins out of your body. You might be surprised what comes out. And it helps get rid of the mucus plugs in your intestinal tract. So go to my website, go to Biomagnetism if you want the supplement recommendations. Scroll down on the page. There's a link. It says recommended supplements. Click on that link. It will take you over there. Okay? Cool. All right, you guys have a good one.